Please be relatively okay, Landy. Avs lose to the Florida Panthers 2-1. I considered that opening just being my entire review of this video because if we're being honest, the Avs' third regulation loss of the season really didn't mean a whole lot even before the injury, and after the injury, it means virtually nothing. The idea of an injured Gabe Landeskog is far more pressing than that. As far as Landy is concerned, we don't have a ton of official information. What we do know is he's out officially with an upper body injury, and Jared Bednar said he was going to miss some time. There are some other speculations and unconfirmed things going around where it could be a rib injury, but we don't know that for sure. And it's unclear exactly what a timeline might look like. I don't expect to get any information more than that until the Avs at least get back to Colorado, so we're probably just going to have to sit in this one for a little bit. The game itself, I am going to break down, but it's going to be very brief because there's not a ton to talk about here. The Avs just looked completely exhausted. From minute 1 to minute 60, they just had nothing in the tank. To be honest, it's a valiant effort that they kept this game within one goal, and it was as close as it was. As far as the Avs' quality of play on the ice, I'm taking nothing from this game. The tiredness infected every single aspect of the game and made it a struggle for them. There were stretches where they didn't play terrible hockey, but you could tell early on it was going to be a slog when it came to the details and winning the battles, and that's what leads to the first goal. This play is called Sam Malinsky does a very, very, very bad job. Turns over a puck, blows the coverage, and it's in the Avalanche net. Yeah, don't do that again, Malinsky, please. This is something you could maybe take away from this game. Devon Toews also injured and out for this game. Also, we heard from Bednar we're going to miss some time of Toews for the team. Without Toews, the Avs defense got thrown into the blender for this game, and it was rough all the way around. Now, a significant portion of that probably is the scheduling here and how things were set up. The Avs didn't get any time to have a practice, not even a morning skate, to get their D pairings sorted out and get a little bit more comfortable. So hopefully it looks better in next game, but the Avs could have some defensive issues with Toews out of the lineup. The Avs do keep it in the first. It's a part of the game where they at least had some solid hockey going on, and they tie it off of a deflection play. After zone entry from the Avs, it's a good job by Nichushkin to get the puck to relative safety on the opposite wall, where Nelson gets it up high, and you can't see because the camera work is kind of really, really bad. But up high is Manson, firing off a shot, and this blur here is Lehkonen getting a tip on the puck on the way in, and this one beats Tarasov for the Avs' only goal. You can pretty consistently rely on some of these hard-working guys in the Avs' depth to get stuff like that done. The defense knows how to effectively put pucks towards the net, and guys like Lehkonen, the worker bees of the Avalanche, will get there and try to make a play out of it. They don't always connect, but when the tip goes in, it's good hockey. I feel like I should tell that to my wife the next time in bed, but I'm going to move on now. That was pretty much it for the entertainment of this game. Florida puts together a really good hockey game as far as working hard, grinding things out, especially along the boards. They're winning almost every battle. Florida looks like a team that understands how to win greasy. This is a team that's been going through injuries all season, and they found a way to be effective and successful by working hard. It's something the Avs should probably look at, knowing they're going to be missing a couple of guys going forward through likely at least the next couple of weeks. That grind eventually leads to the Avs making a mistake with the puck in their own zone, and the game gets its winning goal. An initial entry that doesn't look particularly dangerous for Florida. Natchez is here and ready to play the puck along the boards. He doesn't necessarily lose this battle, but he doesn't win clean possession either as it floats out high into the zone. Lecky's not able to play it initially, so it falls back to Aaron Ekblad at the blue line. This is not an unusual play. It's not even that bad or dangerous from the Avs. It's just that what is Nathan MacKinnon doing here? He just floats up to the blue line, doesn't even really try to play defense, just seems to be away from keyboard. At that point, that gives Ekblad a ton of room to walk in, and at the same time, Scott Wedgwood is getting brutally screened by a Panther and his own player. He looks around at the player on the wrong side, just guesses wrong here, never sees it, and it's in the net. At that point, the Avs were reeling from the Landeskog injury too. It had kind of become a mess of a hockey game for them. I'm super not concerned about the hockey in this game, as I've already mentioned. If you want to look into it, though, the Avs' top line was pretty brutal throughout this entire game. Landy was on it for the part of the game he played until he got hurt, and they didn't register a single shot attempt at 5-on-5 together. So Probably some of the worst we've seen from the Avs top line, and it didn't get better. Clearly there, McKinnon struggling defensively. If you're looking something that you do want to take away from this that is a bit frustrating, it's the power play. It goes 0 for 4, and I don't put this in the big box of how bad the Avs power play has been for the majority of the season. I put this in the you have to be successful on special teams, especially when things are stacked against you. It is a Sega Baba. You played less than 20 hours ago when the start of this puck drop happened. Your team is clearly exhausted. You're battling other things as well, like the injuries, and your power play does not help you. I don't think it's the reason they lost this game. You can watch the rest of their hockey to understand that they probably deserved to lose. But if you're looking for ways to steal games like this one, a power play goal would have gone a long way. Big picture, very little stock here. The Avs remain more than 10 points ahead of the next closest team in the NHL. And your third regulation loss of the season coming at the halfway mark remains ridiculous. While we await news on how injured some of the Avs guys are, the Avs should be preparing themselves for what is going to be a tough stretch of the season. They're going to have to play some games without guys, and they're going to have to find ways to grind it out and win without those guys. From an on-ice perspective, Landeskog is maybe the Avs' sixth best forward. Obviously, you don't love losing that guy, but that's something that you should be able to sustain to some extent. From a locker room perspective, that guy's the heart and soul of the Avalanche. So hopefully we see this team find some emotional leaders and they continue to just keep up the ridiculous pace that they're on. And with any luck, this Landy injury won't be something all that serious, and we're not talking about months here, but more like weeks. I'll keep this one at that. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. I am Rudo, and injuries are not fun.